Hello everyone and welcome to Vizrt Tuesday Tutorials. My name is Richard Evans. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, Legends. Today I'd like to take a look at setting up a session in Viz 3Play. Now this may seem simple for some, but there are a few tips and tricks for everyone, and setting up your session properly can make a world of difference. So, let me show you how it's done, son. All right. So I am on my 3Play 3P2 interface in a session that I have already created. Why? Well, I'll show you here in a minute. So first thing I want y'all to note is that my camera sources are already coming into this system. Okay, so these are just things that I've already configured. All right, so keep that in mind. This is an existing session, but now let's exit out of this and let's take a look at how to create a brand new session using the Viz 3Play. All right, so let's exit out to the main menu here. All right, so let's go to New Session. And so you're going to have 3 different sections here on starting a new session. All right, so let's go through each one of them. First one, let's go to Session Settings. So the first thing, most important thing, is to name your session. So for today, we're going to say Tuesday Tutorial Example. Okay, now the template side of things, I'm going to skip that for a minute because I will show you that here in a second. The next one is going to be your session volume. So if you have multiple drives installed on your 3Play system, if you click this drop down, you will have the different options there to select for your drive. Now this next option, I'm going to get into more detail in a future video. This session cleanup, you can make it to where you're excluding this particular session from a session cleanup. So session cleanup, basically what that does is it puts your 3Play on a timer to where it'll go through and start to clear up space on your hard drive. So it'll get rid of old projects, things of that nature, and back them up automatically to say like a USB drive or a network attached drive, something like that, based on the schedule. But we'll get to that in other videos. But this will let you either exclude it or include it into that particular library. Okay, next one, let's go to storage. Now this is where it can get interesting. So on the record mode side of things, there are 2 different options. We can go to redundant, which will give you 4 inputs, either SDI or NDI, or you can, and then what will end up happening is on your primary recordings, it'll record it to whatever hard drives you have. So if I click this drop down, it'll record to my local drives, or you can even record to like a network drive like I have, for example. And then you also have the option to save it to a backup drive as well. So you can have redundancy in that. So your 4 cameras coming in get recorded to your D drive on your primary side, and then also to your backups. Or you can set it to standard. So that'll give you 8 different inputs to bring into the system. And then you have the option to record your inputs 1 through 8 on this side, and you'll see that the backup side is grayed out. So you don't have redundancy when you put it into this mode, but you get 8 inputs. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and minimize that. Next one will be your video settings, and this is going to depend on where you are located. So depending on where you are in the world, you might need to be into an NTSC session, or you could be in PAL. These are the different preset formats, so you can set it up to be like 4K or HD, and you see when I do that, it will select something from this drop-down list. All right, so you can go through and change this as you need to, kind of thing, or we can even go down, although we can go back in time and start to record stuff in 480 in a 4:3 format. It's kind of up to you, just depending on where you were doing your show, when you were doing your show, what time, what year are you doing this? Okay, so those are your different options, and then from here you can simply hit create session, and that will give you a completely blank session to work with. Or let's go revisit what I was talking about earlier here, the session settings. So we have everything in here, but then on this side we have an option for template. And if I click on this drop down, you'll see all the different sessions that I've already created on this 3Play system. So this is typically what I'll end up doing when I start up, like when I get a brand new device kind of thing. I will load up a session with all the different files I want in there, the configuration, etc. And then I will create a clone of that. So kind of like what I'm doing now, as I'll select like this session, for example, my ELF 3Play demo. So that way when I go through it, I'm not recording on the session that has my blueprint. I'm recording it on a different session, but I'm using the template as a blueprint. So I have all my files in there, my settings, etc. So if I hit create session here, I don't need to import any media, but if you needed to, you can do this beforehand. You can click import media, start bringing in different clips, sound effects, some of your underwriting commercials, things like that. But from here, I'm just going to hit start session, and let's take a look. All right, here we are, and I am in my new tutorial. As you can see at the top, it says Tuesday tutorial example, but it has the settings from that ELF 3-play demo that I was showing you a second ago. So you have that all over here. I have my inputs already configured, and now I can start recording as if this was a brand new session, which is awesome. All right, so a couple things to play around with and to keep in mind whenever you are setting up your sessions on your 3-play, but highly recommend playing around with it, and of course, have some fun. There you have it, session set up for 3-play, so feel free to bookmark this video and watch it again when you need it. And for more tutorial videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the Vizrt YouTube channel at youtube.com/VizRTofficial. And for formalized Vizrt product training, sign up for Viz University available at vizrt.com/community/viz-university. And you can find more information about Vizrt products and services by contacting your local Vizrt partner or checking out our website, vizrt.com. And if you are posting your work using Vizrt products on social media, make sure that you tag us using the hashtags Vizrt, TriCaster, or 3Play. Keep up the great work, legends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of Vizrt Tuesday Tutorials.